Today, I've got a fun one. A recipe that combines my love for jam making with my enthusiasm for finding uses for things that would otherwise just get thrown on the compost. So, let's make green apple pectin. Pectin is found in nature in the cell walls of fruits, berries, and citrus. And it's used in the kitchen as a thickener for jams and jellies. If you buy pectin at the supermarket, it'll most likely be made from citrus fruits. But there is also a good amount of pectin in green apples. This year, the apple tree in my mother's garden was a little ambitious and started growing way too many apples. So I'm going to spend my morning thinning out the apples, leaving only the two strongest ones in each group. And I'll remove the rest. I ended up with a nice lot of cute little apple babies. To start on our project, we need to cut the apples. Don't remove the core, that also contains pectin. Grab them as they are and cut them into chunks. Then, remember to weigh the apples. The weight is important since it dictates how much water to add. The recipe is 2 parts apples, 1 part water. That's parts by weight, not volume. I'm afraid I don't know how to convert this recipe into cups. Sorry, my viewers from the US. I have 1.5 kilos of apples, so I will be adding 750 milliliter of water. Put a lid on that and move it to the hob, on low to medium heat for about half an hour. Or until the apple chunks have transformed into a mush. That's a technical term. Get a bowl and a colander ready and line it with a clean kitchen towel. Then dump in the apple mush to drain it. This is going to take a few hours, even better overnight. So it's the next day, and a good amount of pectin has collected in the bowl. If you're making jam that day, you could use it just as it is. But to make it storable, put the pectin in a pot and heat it to boiling again. This will also reduce the amount of water and it'll work even better. While the pectin is on the hob, disinfect some jars, rather smaller ones. If you have watched any of my older syrup and jam videos, you'll know I used to use a damp kitchen towel to handle hot jars. But I upgraded and bought some tongs. Changed my life. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Fill the jars and add the lids, making sure the jar is well closed and set upside down for a few minutes. This will create vacuum and the pectin will store longer. I guess most people interested in making pectin are seasoned jam makers, so you probably know all about vacuum sealing jars. But I said it anyways, just in case some non-jam aficionados lasted until this point in the video. I mean, probably not, but actually, if you don't make jam and watched this video to this point, please leave a comment below and tell me what kept you watching. Wow, that turned out less than I expected. But I'm not about to look a gift horse in the mouth. A small jar like this is usually enough to jam about 1 kilo of berries. I say usually because naturally the amount of pectin changes from one apple to another. So working with homemade pectin, I just take more gelling tests and then usually I would just add more pectin if I need it. But as I said, this amount will probably make jam out of about 2 pounds of berries. The other jar will make a lovely compote out of some plums or peaches. Oh yeah, also remember to label your jars with what's in them and the date. Very important. This is mostly a reminder to myself because I have a habit of forgetting about this step and then I end up with a shelf full of mystery jars, which is not ideal. I hope this video was interesting to you. If you decide to try this recipe, let me know in the comments how it went. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe?